Good evening and welcome to another edition of A Seat at the Table. I'm Munson Steed. There's a big concern with where and how we show up as African Americans, but mostly Black, on these boards of corporations in the executive level, and what discrimination and the systematic racism is in the workplace. This evening, we will examine the very effort being made, sometimes anonymously, because that's the only way that the conversation can be had. Oftentimes, there's an issue as it relates to how and why systematic racism exists in the workplace. For those who have no idea, it needs the discussion from someone inside. It also takes courage, courage that is often marshaled, but also comes with the risk, particularly of financial income that others aren't willing to give up for a movement. But this is that moment. This is that moment to give up the insight to those that are employing you and allow yourself and our community a vantage point to let us know and to let your employers know that we will not continue to be discriminated against and won't be quiet about this type of experience. Joining us is a phenomenal record executive, Ray Daniels. Good evening, Mr. Daniels.
What's up, brother?
Come on, brother.
How you doing?
You know, I'm doing phenomenal, man. Said that word twice already today. I said you're a phenomenal record exec.
Oh man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm definitely happy to be associated with anything that has something to do with greatness or chasing it or anything. You know, that's all I'm about right now. So I'm all about it. So I appreciate that coming from you.
Well, you know, here at
A great CEO, man, that's like, you know, that has been running a Black-owned magazine. How many years?
You know, we're a brand. So we describe ourselves as a brand. Obviously, we started out in print, but yeah, we still print. 21 years, man.
21 years, brother. Listen, if I could do anything successful 21 years, man, I made it in life. So let's go.
Well, you know, here at A Seat at the Table, the whole idea for us, and I was explaining to our audience, is in this movement, we can't be quiet. We have to stand up. We have to address the elephant in the room. The fact that this microaggression, you know, this morning on our morning show, Rolling Out AM, you got to come on there one day. But we talked about the fact that you got 33 teams.
Yes.
NFL teams.
Yes.
33,
I thought it was 32. It's 33?
Maybe 33, 32. They'll put it in the chat. But anyhow, 32, 33. You got two or three coaches. And I say, you got two or three coaches. I said, everybody's talking about the number of coaches. I said, well, no, everybody's a millionaire. You become an NFL coach, you become a millionaire.
Yes.
That's overnight. Overnight. You get the call, and that's for 3 years. So, you know, millionaire times 3. Let's just say it's $1 million. Let's say 2 just for tax purposes, you know. So you get a cool meal just there. So now 67% of the league players are Black. We're 3 of, let's just say 32, that ain't even 10%. So every year they're making 3 out of 22, gives us 29. 29 millionaires that are white made every year, and 3 Black millionaires every year.
Yeah.
And we're 60%, 67% of the league.
Yes. Is African American.
African American. Now, the worst part about influence and money, Ray, is people don't understand, and I know you get it. And at the seat of a table, it's about educating our community to understand to follow the money.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
so I was wondering. I read an article and they were talking about um, seats at the table when this company was getting ready to go public, and it didn't seem like it had any people. I mean, I was really trying to figure it out, Ray. There are no seats at the table. We're going public, which means we're raising billions of dollars. I'm sure the catalog looks pretty black.
All the new signees look pretty black too.
Yeah. And then we go public and none of us are on the board. And it's Warner Brothers.
It's economics, man. The reason I love about you, the thing I love about you is that I've never sat with you and you haven't talked economics. It's so important that we understand it. And, I understand it more now than I ever have. And I'm just as confused as you.
Yeah. So,
I'm not going to even say I'm confused. Like, I'm not confused. And I would love to explain myself what I think it is. And because I feel like I'm at the front line of, like, I'm a Black executive. I've been pretty successful, but I got to this place where it felt like it was a glass ceiling, or not even a glass ceiling. I'm gonna take that away. It's an invisible door. And it's like, you're never gonna get, it's like you start realizing, hold on, why am I not over there with that door? And it's like, you're not even supposed to ask about it. It's something to talk about. So I appreciate you bringing this subject up.
but I think at the seat of the table, that's the discussion. I don't want us to have a movement, and the only movement is about cash bail. I'm already for cash bail. We can just bail everybody out. Nonviolent. I'd rather brother give up a kidney to serve 20 years.
Me too. I'm not.
You know what I mean?
I don't think nobody, unless you take a life.
Right.
I think the life you take also matters too. If it was some gang related shit and it was another gang member, I think it's a lot different than killing an innocent civilian.
Yeah.
I think if it was I don't know. I just think the system is broken, man. And I think the reason why, let me just tell you what I think. I'm gonna just give you my thoughts. I think Black people have been trying to get rich. And I think a lot of us have become millionaires, a lot of us have become millionaires. But I think that we didn't understand wealth. We didn't know what wealth meant, you can have $5 million cash and you're rich. But for wealth, you control a $300 million budget and you determine where it goes. Now that's a whole different story. Like, once you start understanding when you start understanding that, then it's like, hold up, and for us, it's like, we just haven't been educated on controlling the power. We haven't been educated on how to be powerful. Like you've been running your successful business for 21 years, right? And that says a lot. A Black man running a Black business for 21 years. But the reality is that we also need Black men who are running Vogue magazine, telling our stories, and then also finding out ways to be there. And it goes back to you. It's like me, like, I'm CEO of my own company. I've done very well for myself, but I had to do that for Warner or any other label to consider fucking with me at their company. Like, I had to have CEO success to come take a job to work for you, for you to treat me like an employee. So I didn't even have a chance to be an employee. If I started off in the game, I mean, most of the people that had to create their own businesses created it because it was a necessity. It's like, well, shit, nobody's going to hire me. Nobody's going to allow my voice to be heard. So I got to fight for a voice, and might as well be my own voice. So for me, it's just like, we just need more. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, myself. I'm fucking tired of donations, man. I don't want no fucking donations. I frown on donate. Don't donate no money to me, bro. I don't want no donation. I take care of my entire family. Anybody that know me know I take care of my entire family. And I didn't do that with a fucking donation. I did that with an opportunity. You know, like don't say we're giving you $100 million to Black Lives Matter. Dog, do you know why Black lives haven't been mattering? Because Black people don't have economics. Don't give me no money. I don't want you to give me no money. I want you to give me opportunity. And now we're in a world where you shouldn't even have to, like, when I stopped saying give me opportunities, this is fucked up I'm about to say, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. But when I knew there was power being Black. You know, when you come up in my business, being Black is not powerful. Like being Black is not like something that is like, oh, you Black? Oh man, you good. It's like, shit, you already behind the 8 ball when you Black. They're already looking at you like you're a criminal. They already don't trust nothing you're saying. Like I worked for a Black man. When I worked for a Black man at Epic, he gave me the information. Like he was mad at me if I didn't have it. Like he would be in the room like, who produced this record? Y'all better know that shit, Ray. You better know. And let me tell you why he produced it. And let me tell you who he is. When I worked for the white man at Interscope, they didn't tell me shit. How about this? They asked me questions that they knew the answer to. So is that kid signed? I don't think so. You sure? No, I don't think so. He knew the answer. He knew he was signed already, but he wanted to discredit me. It was like, I'm on y'all team. Y'all can give me the information. I'm here to help. No, we pay you for you to give us the information, nigga. We pay you for, it's almost like you're an informant. We pay you to tell us what they out there doing. And when we get to the point we ask you and you don't know, that means we don't need your ass no more. So go out there and get there. It's incredible to me. It's like, I don't know how to sit at a table with somebody Black and not say, hey, bro, this is how you got to move. Hey, bro, here's what you need to know. They don't do that for us on the other side. And the reason why they don't do that is because the more information they give us, the more powerful we become. And for some reason, I think, and I'm not going to make this a black or white thing, I'm going to make this a real thing. I don't think people like when Black people lead other Black people. Because if Black people lead other Black people, then guess what that means? Your ass ain't needed at the table now. And it's a logical thing. It's like, we don't need them. We don't need it, because guess what, Munson? If I come in the room and a white man walks in the room and we trying to sign the same Black artist, that Black kid is going to he's going to know I have a different responsibility to him than that white man does. That's just facts. That's just facts. That's not even like, no, that's not even me. That's just, he's looking at me like, oh, don't let these people fuck me. You with these people. So you notice, and not only that, if you do him dirty and I do him dirty, you don't have to worry about getting your head knocked off. I do. It's a different responsibility we have to each other.
I'm going to see you again.
I'm going to see you again. I'm going to see your kids again. Nigga, I might see your mom at the grocery store again.
Now she might say, come take me someplace.
Exactly. So for me, it's like, I have a different responsibility to people that look like me. It's just the way the world goes, bro. I told people, I said, NBA YoungBoy has been locked up about 15 times, 10 times, whatever it is, right? He's a young kid. He just turned 18, 19. He really don't have no real strong male figures in his life. And he really figured out on his own, and he's doing very well, but sometimes he gets in some shit. Has anybody ever called out Mike Karen or Craig Kalman and get him out of jail or to change his life? Never. You ain't never heard nobody said those names. You ain't never heard nobody call Craig Kalman out and say, Craig, why you not getting Kodak Black out of jail? Why you letting Kodak Black fuck up? You don't do that to Craig. And it's not Craig. That's just the reality. As soon as Bobby Shmurda got locked up, they screaming L.A. Reid name. LA, you better bail his ass out of jail. LA, you better help him, LA. LA, don't be no fuck nigga, LA. It's just the way Black people see other Black people. So, and we got a lot of shit in our community we need to fix. I know that. I'm not even denying that. But my thing is this. If they see me like that, and you know they see me like that, you got to get the fuck out the way and let me empower. Let me do it how I got to do it, because these are my people, and you don't understand the responsibility it takes. Like you don't even have it. You don't even have to deal with it. You don't get called out about bailing nobody out. My artist was in jail. My artist, Robert Hood Trey, was in jail. As soon as he got a bond, I go to work trying to call everybody in the world to get $70,000 to bail him out. That's because I'm a black man that understands it. And I told that man, Mom, I got your son. I got him. I told his mom that. So when you see, so it's a different responsibility I have. So if a black man tells another black man, I got you, he has to have you. It's not business with us, man. We don't even understand business. We ain't even been functioning for 100 years to even understand how business works, whether it's in your favor, we don't even understand that shit. I became a millionaire. I got lucky. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know I was going to be a millionaire one day. I just got lucky. Honestly, I worked hard. I kept a smile on my face. I kept a good attitude, and it worked. But the reality is that we don't know what the fuck we doing functioning at this level in our life. We ain't even been on our own long enough to know how to fucking function how we need to function properly. We still got shit we need to fix. But the one thing that we should have is a right to control our talent and teach them and show them how to be better men to the world, not just help a team win or not just sell 1 million records. That's what you should give us that.
Right, but when you're at the seat of the table, that's what the conversation's about.
But they don't want us at the table. Listen, this is the crazy part. They moved the table, Munson. This is what I had to figure out. They tell you, oh man, it's a good time. You hear how I feel, Ray? You don't even know they done moved already. They done moved already. They don't. The last thing I think the world wants is to see black people leading black people. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we're the most talented people on earth. Maybe because we're the most athletic people on earth. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I think the world is afraid.
Well, your dollar would begin to circulate a whole different way.
Yeah, but I don't even think they care about circulating the dollar.
Obviously, they do, because at that point, I will make 10% off of you. At that point, you will manage your health. At that point, your life expectancy changes. At that point, you'll invest in your child's education. At that point, you only catch me once and take me to jail.
Yes.
At that point, we'll be able to create safety nets for fathers, mothers, and every brother will get a message so that 20 years from now, he'll have a whole system, and the system and the process is, okay, you ain't got to love his mother, but you got to love his baby. That's just our creed. Yes. I mean, we'd have KPIs. We'd be able to measure our behavior in a way where we can see, all right, LeBron did it. Okay, now there are 300 of those because every NBA player and franchise adopted a school. Yes. Yeah, we wouldn't be just driving Teslas. We tell Elon Musk, you know what? Since you're such a genius with PayPal and Tesla and sending shit to the moon, we're going to sponsor all the HBCUs and make black kids go to college free. Yes. If you love humanity.
Yes.
And after we've been enslaved for 400 years, don't just tell us you like Kanye and we'll vote for him. Vote for us with your dollars. Netflix came up 120 million, 40 to Spelman, 40 to Morehouse, and then 40 to UNCF. And he said, well, at least I think I got it somehow, but you can at least measure the response.
Yes.
What did Def Jam do? What did Warner do?
You're right.
For our colleges, so that our children can have a future that's bright. It's one of, so yeah, they're concerned about the money. It's $1 trillion plus.
I think you're right. They are concerned about it, but I'm not gonna lie, man. We are small. We have influence. Like what we do, others' kids follow. Like if we into it, their kids are gonna follow. Everybody else's kids are gonna follow. I don't know what it is, but
I caution all of us. It was kind of like consumption. We used to say, "Oh, we're consumers." That's not a good thing. We used to say we got the culture, but if you can't put no intellectual ownership on that, it's like publishing. You know that the guy write the song and he just give away the song. You're like, "Were you on the deal memo?" He say, "No." Say, "What you get?" You say, $500. He's like, "You just gave away your future."
Exactly.
Your kids' future generation.
Right.
So it is a real concern. No, they don't. You talk about budgets. Yeah, it's not just a budget. It ain't just the 300 million. It's what you get to do with the 300 million. You get to decide the futures, where you're going to recruit from, what cities you're going to invest in, whose kids are going to be on the board. whole new game.
You're right. You're
So
right.
seats at the table, you hit them in the head with an anonymous letter, and then say, "I'm Martin Luther King right now. I'm Malcolm X of the record business. I'm gonna let you know it was me. I ain't gonna hide from you. I've
Yeah.
been here already.
Yeah.
Why go from anonymous to real?"
I never wanted to go anonymous in the first place. I mean, I wrote the letter to the CEO of Warner because we would be on a call and they would be saying to, to black people, how can we help? Anyone say something? I'm like, dog, nobody's going to talk because they don't think you want to hear what they got to say. So my mind is like, let me not tell you the problem. Before we even get to the problem, let me tell you what we experience. Let me tell my white friends, this is shit that I know I've been told that you haven't been told. This is shit that I know I got experience that you seen a man that looked like you at the top. It's only one or two for me. Let's just be clear. So it's never going to be safe. Like the only time I ever felt like I was truly an American was when Obama won. I cried because I could not believe somebody looked like me y'all will vote for, because we've been told our whole life this ain't our shit. That's how. So for y'all, it was just president number 44. But for us, it was like, wow, I could unpack my bags and finally feel like I'm one of y'all. That's how important it is to us to see people that look like us in power. We don't feel like the music business is ours. Munson, that's why I would never move to LA. Because at least I know where your office is. I could pull up on you. My office is around the corner from your office. My mayor name is Keith.
I got an office if I need an office there.
Yes, yes.
Your spot.
Yes, because it's like how I look at this is like, I know that we have a responsibility to each other in this city. Right. I'm not moving to LA so y'all can cut my neck and cut my throat. Now y'all know where my kids go to school. Now y'all know my weaknesses. Y'all don't know my weaknesses. My weakness ain't shit. Y'all will never know my weakness. I'm only here to help. How the fuck do I have a weakness? I'm here to help y'all win. I would have never wrote that fucking letter if you didn't ask. I can't believe that you didn't realize it. It's like Munson, I can sit down with an Asian, Indian, anybody who is considered a minority in America, non-white, right? And I immediately can identify or even spot the problems or the discriminations that they go through. It's a natural thing for me. It's like I see discrimination as natural. It's like I understand the pain you go through. When women start coming out with the Me Too shit, I'm like, I understand. I understand, mama. I'm on your side. Because I am that. Like, it's like, I always say, like, it's like I've been going through so many emotions because it's like competing in a game. When you compete in a game, you can't this is how I look at the world. I can't look at the hill I got to climb. I'm going to just quit at that moment. If I look at what I'm really up against, like we are actually living, breathing miracles. We are breathing miracles, like we are. Like you and myself, we are Black men who have been successful at something with really no guidance besides like filling it out, right? So we are miracles in that sense. So for me, it's like when I come into a room, I mean, like, I just know what the fuck I'm up against. Like, I know I'm like, brother, I can't even look at y'all. Like, it's one of the things where it's like, you making me relive a past. You making me relive a reality that I don't have to exist in. Like, it's like competing against white people your whole life and you're winning and you're doing good. Then they just stop the game and say, okay, hold on. What's wrong? Man, don't do that to me, man. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm really now I'm hurt reliving it. I'm competing, and it's like
something wrong. Bruh, they put me on a call. So I call over the big corporation, talk to their diversity person. We know we have some money. We're gonna do it with this brand, but you gotta call the agency. Okay. Call the agency. Well, have you ever done business with us before? Why don't you send me the media kit? I send the media kit, right? So I send the media kit. Okay. So can you set up the call? You get paid to work for the corporation to put us together, but call my assistant. She sets up the call. They got 8 people on the call. You know what it looks like on Zoom, just like we Zoom. And they got 8 people. I got 4 people. Now I'm already outnumbered. I don't know who got 8 employees to 4 employees, but no problem. So all 3 of my employees showing their faces. All 8 of the employees never come on the screen. So I, you know me, I gotta ask. I said, he's talking, introducing us. I said, you coming on the screen? Oh, my camera just broke. Now, both you and I know Zoom works on your phone. So you're gonna tell me your phone's broke. 8 people on the call, and then he tells me, I'm gonna send you a RFI. Now you're delaying, but I've sent you my information, which you never read, and now you need to send me an RFI, but you couldn't have sent that RFI 2 weeks ago. So it's all about the delay. Then you politely tell me how, even though they sent me to you and said you had some money, that you don't have no money, but you're going to send me an RFI. Never in that entire 30 minutes did he get on the screen, and never did the other 7 white people that watched this song and dance, as he denied me every opportunity to sit at the table, come on the screen. So I didn't ever get on the screen either. Because I'm not getting ready to play your game, but I'm like, I got 3 showing. It's okay. Y'all can look in our house. We're cool. Ain't no babies, ain't no monkeys. So it's all good. But denial, and then they're going to ask. So then, I got to talk back to the diversity and inclusion person. And we got to, I can't trust you.
We have to have a diversity inclusion person. The fact that we have to have that, it's so crazy to me, man. This world we live in, it's so crazy. Like, why do we have to have a diversity person? If we were diverse, we wouldn't have to have that.
Right. But they also need an interpreter. Because see, that's a safe interpreter.
But they need an interpreter because they don't have someone at the table. Like, it's almost like me and you having a conversation. It's like 18 men at the table. And we need a female interpreter to talk to the female audience.
Right.
No, we need more females at the fucking table.
Right.
I don't want to have no more interpreters. I want somebody at the table. Listen, when I make decisions, I got a staff. I got 9 people on my staff. When I make decisions, I'm at the table. I'm like, all right, this is involving female stuff. What do the females think? And they look at me and I'm like, I've actually had to call females that work for me and say, you are at the table because you're a female. Don't ever fucking be afraid of me.
Right.
You have the same amount of power and influence.
My morning show, there's like 4 dudes. I was like, bro, and 1 woman. I said, there's something wrong with this picture.
Bro, I want the perspective here. Because I want the table to reflect the people that we're trying to communicate with.
Right.
Listen, if we're all white men and and our audience is all white men, hey man, I don't see nobody asking for black coaches in hockey.
Right.
I don't see nobody asking for black coaches in hockey. I've never seen Stephen A. Smith saying, we need more black coaches in hockey. Hey, listen, brother, we ain't at that table.
Right.
But when it comes to this, that's the puck. But when it comes to the ball,
right.
when it's the basketball or the football, those black men need to be led by black people. Right. Listen, I'm not even saying that we don't want y'all at the table.
Not only lead, we know how to lead, but we need to get paid. And we don't need to be paying people that are going to leave our community, never look and think about an HBCU in their lifetime.
Exactly.
Take our money back. See, that's our money.
I agree.
Our money.
Now, nothing would make me happy than seeing all these young black men going to HBCUs. Like, oh my, that would be the greatest revenge in sports history, to see young black men picking HBCUs. The NCAA is going to be like your auntie potato salad. that it's going to be like that potato salad that ain't got no flavor. Bro, can you imagine how big of a win that'll be? I sometimes I just want to just leave the music business just to go educate black people on how to get power. Like, just sit down with all the athletes and say, let's have our recruitment meeting. They're like, who the hell are you? I don't work for a school. I don't even have nothing to do with sports. Let me just tell you how you could change the world.
And you're only gonna be here. You're only gonna be here a year anyhow, homie.
Bro, let me tell you how you can change the world.
Yeah, you're not even gonna be here a year.
Let's make it the new AAU teams. Let's make HBCU the new AAU teams.
Right.
Brother, you will see students getting paid. You will see the NCAA breaking every rule. You will see them Division I schools will be scared. I would love to watch it. You know, they have those. I will get my emoji for the rest of my life will be popcorn emoji. I just want to sit back and watch you motherfuckers panic. And you know what we can say? All you had to do was hire black and empower black. All you had to do is only reason why most of us, if you look at history, you had to either die, you had to either get murdered like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, or you had to be able to beat people's ass like Muhammad Ali in the ring, or dunk a ball like Bill Russell, or run a ball like Jim Brown. Like, they didn't care about me and you, intellects that can talk to get. Oh, what the fuck do y'all do? Stay your ass in the hood. We don't need you to talk. We just need somebody to run the ball. We need somebody to run. So now it's like, to me, it's like, that is our power. Our power. We actually, white people started caring about us when we start showing that we had value outside of picking cotton. It was all about money.
Where do you forecast, now that you've done this letter, will there ever be a black CEO of a major label?
Man, I believe that because I wrote this letter, before I wrote this letter, it's funny, man. I'm not going to pull the whole curtain back, because obviously I got a village I got to feed.
Right.
But I'm going to pull the curtain back enough where a smart brother like yourself is going to know and put it together. They knew they couldn't hire white no more. So they just didn't hire. It was like, shit's running fine. You got an urban department, and that urban department reports to the big white pop department. No matter how much money the urban department makes, we making more than y'all, but we still report to y'all. Our budgets are not as big. You know, we make those. So it's like, shouldn't we have heads of urban department? Like, shouldn't we have like heads of urban department that look like us? Who can we hire? Who's out there? Come on, man. That's where it gets tricky, because it's like, I need Munson Steve to step down from running his own company to come over here and work for me. Because ain't nobody in house being trained to run nothing. So it's like, what should we do? Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. You know what you should do? You should really say, we're gonna make urban departments stand alone, the way Nashville and Latin stand alone. And when it's time for us, when it's time to go bigger, and it's time for, like, you know, Latino artists and country artists deal with the same thing. When it's time to go bigger on the Latin side, the other come in. When it's time to go big on a country, you have a country artist like Taylor Swift who wants to go pop, you give it to Republic. But Republic is not going to touch it until Nashville say it's okay. And black music should be the same thing. And we got to call it black, because if we don't call it black, then like Latino, right? Latino, which means you can't come in there if you don't speak Spanish. You can't come in there if you're not of Latin descent. Am I right or wrong? So guess what? We don't want to call it African-American music, so we're going to just call it black music. And the black music should have black heads of black departments. That black head department should be able to control his radio team, his marketing team, his everything team. And as long as he's meeting his numbers, and let me tell you what else you're going to do. Give us the black catalog. So we don't meet our fucking numbers, we're still covered. Give us everything that's ours. Prince is in the ground right now, but I guarantee if he was alive, he would say, give the shit to the black people. Let my music count. Nobody black is going to say, I want to be counted towards anything else. Give it to the black people. Yes. There we go. Now we're standing alone. We're running our own shit. And I guarantee you this, you're going to make more money and the music is going to get better. Because somebody at the table is going to have a responsibility to say, man, all you want to do is talk about that. Tell me about your life, man. You know, like, you know, you don't have to say that. You know, you don't have to say those words. You know, you have to say those things. You know, you can say other things. Like, 21 Savage is still a young gangster, but he's an enlightened gangster. So he understands now the responsibility of what he says, but he still understands who he is. We love gangsters in the hood, but we also know we need the pastors. We also know we need the hustlers. We also know we need the coaches of the. We know what we need in our village, bro. We just never had a chance to run it, bro. We did that Blackout Tuesday thing they did. That shit pissed me off. You know why it pissed me off? Because it was 500 people on a Zoom call, and out of those 500 people, at least 100 of them were white. What the fuck are y'all doing here? What the fuck are y'all doing here? Taking notes and shit. You know what they doing here. I know what they doing here. But the people on the call are not even this. Yo, listen, man, let me tell you something. And I'll be crazy, man. I know I'm crazy. I'm like, yo, man, if you got a white wife, I just need you to hold off from coming in the room first. Not because I don't want you in the room, but because I just want to figure this out amongst blacks with blacks. And right now, and that means sometimes having those extreme voices in the room, those Farrakhan voices in the room, you need those men who understand the other side. And let's just sit at a table and speak about not even what we want, because you're never going to give us what we want, but how we need to behave to make sure that our kids get what we want. Not because y'all gave it to them, no, but because we actually were able to educate. Listen, man, one of my favorite books that changed my life is The Outliers. And Malcolm Gladwell spoke about after the Holocaust, how the Jews came to America and they took the jobs that no one else wanted, like the jobs where they sewed, the sewing jobs and the seamstress. Yep, they took the jobs. So that's in the fashion district. They took all those jobs, no matter how old or young they was. They assumed it's over for us, but we're not gonna let what happened happen again. So this is what we're gonna do. They gave their kids 3 choices. You're gonna be a lawyer, a doctor, or you're gonna be involved in finance. Because you're gonna always tell your people where the money at, you're gonna keep your people alive, and you're gonna teach them the law. And that was the plan. And that shit worked out beautifully for them. Beautifully for them. We've never had that opportunity. They left where they were and came and started over. We never had that opportunity. We was kind of like, we was just getting our ass whipped by you. Now it's like, it went from nigger to nigger. So they just think it now, right? We never had the opportunity to regroup. Because every time we get a leader, y'all discredit them with whatever the reason is. Hey, listen, brother, nobody's perfect. But I don't need a leader to be perfect. I need a leader to fucking lead and get us where we need to be. Right. And I'm trying to be one of those leaders. Like, so I am one of those leaders, but that's why I wrote the letter, because I was like, and then, when the conversations had, is like, what do you want, Ray? What do you want, Ray? And I'm like, bro, let me tell you something. I wrote that letter for the less fortunate African Americans. I live in motherfucking Wakanda. My house is 14,000 square feet. My mother's house is 7,000 square feet with a guest house in the back. We live 8 houses from each other. That shit wasn't for me, bro. I'm smart enough to understand how to make my money and go home. That was for the people that have to live amongst y'all in LA and New York, who have to go in the office and see y'all. I don't have to see y'all like that. I'm in Atlanta. Like, our shit is different. Like, I remember when I was going to a club in LA, and this white security guard just kind of said, back the fuck up. And I was like, because he said, you're stepping on my shoes. I said, oh, my bad, bro. No, I'm stepping on your shoes. I apologize. He said, and then everybody else started walking up, and I was like, nobody step on this dude's shoes, because he just cursed me out. He said, don't be a fucking funny guy. I said, let me tell you something. Where the fuck I'm from, white people don't talk to black people like that. I'm from Atlanta, bro. Don't ever fucking talk to me like that. Where I'm from, you know better than talk to me like that. So I had to get out of LA. It's like, I got to get the fuck out of it, because I'm just of a mindset of like, y'all kings, white people, and we kings too. I'm not even saying y'all kings. I'm saying I'm better. I'm not saying no one better. I'm just saying we motherfucking equal. But let me tell you something. You talk to me like that, we have a way of handling our business. You have a way of handling your business. That's what I love about gangsters. Like, because gangsters is like, we got a way of handling our shit. I will fuck you up. I got little young niggas that want to kill people that don't want to hurt nobody because I pay them on my payroll and tell them this is how you got to be. Hey, no illegal shit. No more illegal shit. We legit now. This is how we got to fly. But the minute they see me yelling, they like, man, let me get him. Let me get him. Nah, man. Hell nah. You know why I ain't going to let you get him? Because I don't want to put you in safety. I don't want to put you in danger of losing your fucking freedom, bro. I can handle this. In LA, it's different, man. In LA, everybody's together. Everybody's like mixing it up and shit, you know, hanging out at the same spots and shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. In Atlanta, we still got black night and white night. I tell everybody, I'm like, in Atlanta, it's still like, oh, you going to that club you going to the club on Wednesday? Oh yeah, who the promoter? Oh, it's black night. But that's why black people are so successful here. Because you see what I'm trying to say is like, we understand.
We win together.
We go, exactly. And you know what? It's a lot of white people that's successful here. But they understand when we talk to the African-American community, we're going to move with a certain amount of respect. When Governor Kemp was running, he reached out to my money guy saying, I want to talk to some of your clients about how I can be better serving Georgia. This is when he was running against Stacey. He was reached out to my money guy. Like, I want to talk to you. My money guy is a black man that went to Morehouse College. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, for me, it's like, it's just different here. It's just like, he just understand, like, I'm going to go talk to y'all. I'm going to ask y'all, what can I do to help make it better for y'all? Like, what do you guys want? I like that respect. I don't care if you white. I don't care if you white. I don't care if you, I don't give a fuck what you are. I just care that you respect the black culture and the black dollar and the black influence. Because them three motherfuckers are powerful, bro. Mm. We are powerful. Like, bro, we are so powerful. And I think the only example of it is Atlanta and maybe DC. But Atlanta is like, man, you come here, man, you want fucking, hey, shit, you in the epicenter of black culture and black money and black economics.
Excellence.
And to me, it's like, this is a great example of how to do it. But it started with some people coming here like yourself, like R.A.Y.D, those guys who taught. And it was like this tree, it was like this branch that was passed down from one to another, and it got to me. And then I was like, I got to go work for LA. The LA, it was like college for me. Like, this man made me great because he didn't let me think I knew it. He let me understand what you know is good, but what you need to know is going to make you better. It was like he taught me shit. I haven't learned shit.
Yeah, I had a big record, man. I'm waiting for you to sign my.
This is the problem. Here's the problem. The problem is that I still got to go to somebody who don't look like me and explain to them the importance of rolling out and what you guys mean. That's the problem, bro. If it was up to me, you don't think I would have it. If it was up to me, you don't think I would make sure you have an outlet. If it was my choice, man, I would have did it 5 years ago. But the problem is, it's not. It's never my choice. It's always what they want me to do. And, you know, hey, I don't mind it because I'm in Atlanta and I live good here. Right. If I was in a 2-bedroom apartment with just me and my girl and my kids, you might see a different nigga. If my mom was still driving school buses, you might see a different nigga. You might see a different person. So thank God for Atlanta.
So what can we look forward to having a seat at the table in the record business? Because
man, listen, I'm naturally an optimist. That's who I am. I'm naturally an optimist. I believe the world is going to get better every day. I think that's what allows me to wake up in the morning. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
When are they going to give you the power to make that decision?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Because giving up the power means giving up the power. And I don't think that it's hard to make people with power give it up, man. I mean, motherfuckers have killed people to keep their power. They've killed them physically. They killed careers to keep power. They've killed people. I just can't envision a day where they're like, here, guys, here's the keys to your car. If it happens much, man, I might stay in the music business till I'm old and gray. I just can't see it happening. I just can't, man.
Jeff James will ever have a black president?
I think that letter helped whoever was looking at. But I heard they're interviewing black people and they saying no. But you know why? Because the black people they're interviewing have their own companies. And you're asking Black people to leave their empire to run another. But this the fucked up part. The last CEO didn't have to. The last CEO, Def Jam, still was a manager, still ran his company. His company was a part of the press release.
All right, Ray.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, bro, until somebody that looked like me or looked like us at the top doing the interviews, having the conversation, it's gonna always be, we ain't gonna never be able to do our job without handcuffs.
Board of Warner, you think?
Huh?
They put a Black person on the board at Warner?
If they are, they're gonna put the Black person that make them the most comfortable. That's why I said certain Black people shouldn't be at the table yet. Because I'm not having this conversation. I have not mentioned one time Ray Daniels and what I need to be successful. This is not about me. I am good. And I'm going to keep being good because the #1 Black artist at Warner, I signed. So I'm good. You can't get mad. You can't say I'm not doing my job. The hottest Black kid coming up, I also signed. You can't tell me I'm not doing my job. So you want me to shut up? Because if you want me to shut up, you want to just tell me you want me to shut up. But I haven't said anything wrong, and I haven't said anything for me. I didn't say I should have the job at Def Jam. I just said it should be somebody of the culture who cares. All I give a fuck about is us. I give a fuck about the world, but as a leader, I have to be conscious to be able to say, I care about people that look like me being educated. I was thinking about writing a book. You know what my book is gonna be called? The Luckiest Average Man Alive. I can't dunk a ball. I wasn't a scholar in school.
But see, that's not it.
Let me tell you why. Okay. Huh?
Most people cannot take away a lesson.
No, but let me tell you why. That's true. But I wasn't the tallest in high school, so I never got pulled into I never really had somebody that showed me they cared about me. I wasn't the smartest, so they didn't invest in that. So I was the kid who was like, you're gonna have a regular 9 to 5. We know he might have a chance to go to college and go pro, and this kid is going to be running the company one day, but you ain't shit because you can't pass curriculum, so you better get ready to have a 9 to 5. They never said that, but I know that's what it was. I'm probably the most successful person out of my class, and there was 2,000 of us. I'm pretty sure I'm the most successful out of everybody. I'm pretty sure I got the biggest house. I'm pretty sure all that shit. And it was just because I had a fucking opportunity, Munson. It was nothing else. It was because I had a fucking opportunity and I made it work and I did everything in my power to make it work and I had a chance. So for me, my goal is to make sure that everyone knows that you either going to have to find the opportunities or you have to create it. But don't let the lack of opportunity discourage you from chasing or feeling like you could be better. Because you have a nigga that graduated high school with a C average who became a millionaire from the music business and never had a desire to be in the music business.
But everybody wants to know who you signed. Everybody wants to know who that young person is. That is what they want to know.
Oh, the kid I signed is this kid named NLE Chopper. 17 years old. He graduating high school tomorrow. That's really dope. He's 17. We signed him when he was 16. He's 17. He's
the biggest artist on the label.
He's the biggest Black artist. And guess what? Since we signed him, kid is maybe 3 multi-platinum plaques, 3 or 4 platinum plaques, maybe 4 gold plaques. 17 years old. Won't be 18 till November. But smart kid. And guess who manages him? His mom. It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful, bro. It's like, and you know what I told his mom? I said, I will never tell your son something that I wouldn't tell my son. That's my word to you. And she said, I'm gonna hold you to that. I said, I'll never tell, and you know, I'm never gonna lie to your son because I wouldn't lie to my own son. That's a Black thing. That's something that's Black. That's something that we trust in each other. And that's what it is. And then guess what? The co-manager is a guy from Atlanta. That's why we really got it. Because the manager from Atlanta called me like, yo, I'm about to throw you a layup here. Thank you. Shout out to Tricky. Tricky Biz. Shout out to Tricky.
Tricky.
Tricky is the manager. Tricky is the one that called me. So Atlanta is the reason why Warner got a chance to sign him. Listen, brother, we take care of each other here, man. We have responsibility.
All right, miss you, man. Much respect to you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me. And we gotta have this face to face, man. I need a podcast on Rolling Out, man.
It's nothing. It's done.
I want to do a podcast, man, about black men and black leaders and black business.
Done. It's done. You know, I don't have to ask nobody else. So it's done.
Let's go.
All right. One love, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, this is Munson Steed. Hope you enjoyed this seat at the table with the phenomenal executive, Ray Daniels. For all of you who want to understand more, follow the money. You don't have to be in the struggle, in the streets, but you do have to be in the struggle. I'm Munson Steed. We'll see you next week for more A Seat at the Table. Peace.